MotoGP is in France at Le Mans and the Bugatti circuit for round 6 of the 2025 World Championship. There's a lot of intrigue and a lot of action awaiting us. Let's get straight into the action and free practice number 2 ahead of qualifying in half an hour. Hello everybody, sunny conditions here. We're just having a few technical issues, as I'm sure you can tell by our timing screen, which has gone completely black. We have no idea why it's done that, but we'll live with it until we can fix it. So while we just get a little bit set up, let's cross over to our TNT commentators.
Practice session. Alex Marquez was actually behind his teammate in practice yesterday. Such a fantastic season. He is the championship leader, we mustn't forget, so far. And I found it interesting, Michael, he was talking about during testing on Monday, obviously he had no parts, so they had so much grip. They started working on other solutions for what they can do, and actually, that's all right, isn't it? It gives you a little bit more range.
Yeah, obviously you can always benefit from being on track. You can evaluate new electronic settings, maybe changes on the chassis, play with what you've got. But yeah, obviously you feel a little bit of a disadvantage when you see the GP25 of Pecco and brother Mark out there with the latest and greatest and trying to get those updates to topple you on the championship win in GP24. But you know that Alex has got things covered. He just won't have any forward development as the season goes on.
Yeah, it felt like Pecco didn't have that much in testing at the RF. Like he was trying to find a setup, and even that hadn't come. Marquez in terms of what he has, chassis, swing on, that kind of thing. But I wonder, you see a scenario, Michael, where they can pop bits of the GP25 onto Alex, as if he is a title contender, like they did with Jorge Martin last year, but Martin was on the latest bike. Do you see a situation where they could help him, I don't know, with aero or other bits here?
Possibly, yeah, there were some restrictions as to what you could add, but typically if there is a swing arm that provides a benefit, that should have the same mounting point be able to go straight in GP24 to 25. There may be some parts that they've had to re-engineer space-wise and they literally won't fit. Yeah, there could be some upgrades, clutches, sorry, I was going to say internal, but you can't actually go inside the engine. But those external components, like the clutch, you can modify throughout the season, or something with the lower-end device. I think they'll throw it at Alex as well. He will get whatever's available.
I know it's super early to be talking about the championship, but let's just say it gets down to the important end of the championship, 3 or 4 rounds to go, and Alex Marquez is battling for the world title with his brother and Pecco. Imagine if Alex Marquez wins the world championship and yet again, Bugatti are beaten. The main factory team with all the bells and whistles, endless budget, are beaten by a satellite team. It would be sort of remarkable. But like a weird, bittersweet taste.
But it's even more with a year-old bike.
Yeah, exactly. Yay, we won and got beat again. Yeah, so because the priority, of course, for the factory is this team, the factory team. That's their team. Of course, they supply the other teams with their material, with the bikes and sometimes engineers. But yeah, this is what's important to them. This team, the red team.
Marquez there. Interesting, nice to see that bike alongside Pecco Bagnaia and see if we can spot what bits are different here and there. Tail unit, we know they've had different items on. The talk is that he's got the new frame, but Neil, sounds like Pecco hasn't got it because he hasn't tested it, because he didn't have time to test it, and he's not going to put it in this weekend because
he's not tested it. It's too much of a gamble to put a new chassis in.
So my question then is, why didn't he test it?
We said that at the same time. I'm asking you.
Oh, right, okay. Because he's trying to find a setup.
Yeah, that's true.
And there was a telling interview that he did yesterday. He said to Arnett as well, when he spoke to her, basically, I'm resigned to the fact I'm not going to get the feeling I want out of this bike, so I'm going to have to change it. But he said it more than once. He said it 2, 3, 4 times. Yeah, I'm not going to get the feeling I want.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually, it wasn't good to listen to. It sounded very negative, to be honest. I'll tell you what did make me smile though. Did you hear me in presentation then? It's happened 3 times. Mark's blamed the bike for being too good for his previous crashes. I mean, just read the line. I love the line. He said he crashed because he feels too comfortable with this bike, believing he can do whatever he likes with it.
Yeah, that's what Pecco Bagnaio's downfall's been coming to. Megan's joined us up here in the comms box. Morning, Megan. No idea why we've got black timing screens when ours is grey, but we'll roll with it. It's probably just a glitch. The timings still work, but hello, how you doing?
Well, I hate morning sessions. I think everyone... Oh, there's that woman with a sign again. With a girl with a sign. Do you know, one without Italy coloured in the middle? The white.
Oh, yes, yeah, I know her. Yes. We saw her yesterday. We complained about it.
I think we can all agree that morning sessions are the worst and that we should wait till the afternoon.
Unfortunately, the time's too much. Lap time cancel for Zarco. Due to exceeding the track limits, Marc Marquez still top 131.168. This is just a prelude to qualifying at 9:50, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know why they have it so close. Like, at least give it like a couple of hours.
We say that we have been up for over an hour.
Yeah, but we've been watching Doctor Who.
Yes. What would you rate that episode out of 10?
Probably about 7, maybe a 6.
Give it a 6. I still don't know where they were travelling to.
Yeah, that's what I don't get either.
Yeah. We won't spoil it in case you haven't watched it. So, Quartararo into Ricciardo, the last 2 corners on the circuit here at Le Mans. Over the line, and Quartararo does a 1 minute 31.048, goes second fastest. Alex Marquez looking slightly stronger. Championship leader, of course, is Alex Marquez in the standings as well.
He still gets to hold that over Mark at Family Dinners.
By a single point, 140 to Alex Marquez, 139 to Marc Marquez. Pecco Bagnaia on 120 as well.
Have you noticed how both the MotoGP Championship and the F1 Championship are both currently held by people who you wouldn't have expected at the start of the year?
Yeah, Piastri and Alex Marquez, yeah. I'd even said the Touring Car Championship with Ash Sutton. It's Tom Ingram. Didn't expect Ash pre-season testing. That car was nowhere. They look really angry on media season launch day.
It's a very unpredictable year.
Yeah. Marc Marquez goes fastest again, 1 minute 30.656. Could break the pole record here. He's currently tied 4, 4, and 4 with him, Lorenzo, and Rossi. And he could get 5 here in in about an hour's time, really. Mark's on a roll here. But he is making some silly, crucial, critical mistakes.
Yeah, and I think that's mainly due to the nervousness of it all. It's just like it's the first time in years he's been in contention for a championship, so I reckon he may have won loads, but there's still going to be that element of I'm really, really nervous about this.
Does Mark get nervous?
I think he does. I mean, you see it sometimes when he makes mistakes.
Yeah. Is he just good at hiding it, like all the championship? Well, to be fair, we saw Rossi get nervous, didn't we, in 2015? He got paranoid. Really paranoid.
That's what happens when they start looking behind them all the time.
Yeah.
And then they make mistakes.
Marini goes 6th. I suppose it's a different situation compared to 2019, where Mark was either first or second the entire season, bar one race at Cota where he DNF'd. He's only DNF'd once again. He was off the podium in Spain with that mistake he made at turn 7, and going down but getting back up again.
You go.
I was going to say, is this a different situation? Whereas in 2019, he had no reason to be nervous because no one could catch him. Whereas this year, he's got Alex right behind him all the time, and Pecco's very quickly now getting used to this bike, and he's already got a win underneath him this year.
Yeah, they both do, yeah.
Yes, yeah, they do.
I think that is part of the reason why he could be a bit more nervous. So I think the fact that he has not been on top of the 1 or 2 in the podium contention throughout the current season is good for his ego. Because I think it's always good for a championship winner and it's just like someone who's in contention to not always be on the podium, because otherwise they start to get too confident with actually winning all the time, and they don't tend to have good reactions when other people don't win.
Morning to Michael. It says evening. Focus is good, can read the times. I don't know why it's black. That's a Google Chrome timings issue on the page, because on our other monitor it's the usual. But for some reason, it's completely blacked out on our monitor, so we'll try and fix that ahead of the race this afternoon. I have no idea why it's done that. But hey, you live and learn, I suppose.
I suppose it just wanted to look like that today.
I logged in last night and it was like that, and I switched off Google Chrome before the session started, and it was still like that.
Oh, it's weird that it stayed.
Morning to Plug. It says, hi JB and Megan. Sean's here. Back then, we usually see Mark make mistakes, especially in the first few races of the season. And as the season goes on, he tends to be more locked in with the bike. Yeah, that's the case. He makes a couple of mistakes early on in the season. 2019 was the exception. But is there a shot here that Mark could continue to make mistakes at critical times?
Possibly. I mean, we haven't actually seen Mark fully in contention till now since his shoulder injury, so this might be his new normal of making mistakes. Here's a replay of the 72 survive. That's bsky, right? Yeah. Going on the curbs.
That's legal, but...
Yeah, but it's very uncomfortable curbs. It's not the flat curbs. He was on the...
Yeah, it's the rumble curbs here at the exit of Le Mans. Down at Recudemont, the last corner.
That's going to do his tyres in.
Tyres is he on? At the moment, he's on soft rear. Okay, so he's doing a sprint simulation and a qualifying one as well.
It's really going to mess up his tyres in.
Paolo Bonrola, the Aprilia Racing team manager there, just watching on. Aprilia down their key man, of course, Jorge Martin. Get well soon, Jorge. After he's over... oh, it's evening over there in Australia. Of course it is. Hello, Michael. In the future. It's 9:23 a.m. here in the UK, so...
What's the sunset like?
So it's 8:23 p.m. over there in Australia, correct?
The sun will be setting there and it's already risen here. Somewhere in America, it's just rising. It's weird to think about.
Time zones.
Yeah. Fun fact, time zones, the actual specification of them, was invented by a man who was fed up with train times.
Yes.
Because they kept being late.
I could... yeah, he wasn't Japanese then, were you?
No, I think he was British.
Typical British
Or
train
French.
times, yeah.
Yeah.
Then again, Japanese trains, best in the world for times.
Yeah.
Oh,
Something tells me they must have figured that out before him.
If they're 10 seconds late, you get a little card explaining why you're late to your boss. 10 seconds. Here, a train to be late in the UK is 10 minutes.
Yeah. And then even
If they turn up at all.
Yeah, and even then, it's like, oh, it's cancelled today. There's a bus.
I still remember missing my connecting train because it was late setting off. Everyone was there, but they didn't have a driver. It was the day after the final of the Euros. We lost, and the driver said, oh yeah, he was late because he hasn't arrived yet because he was out drinking last night after the England final.
That's a comfort when you're going on a train.
I said, oh, so is he going to be fired? Because he was late to work, and we were 30 minutes late setting off on the train. 30 minutes. I missed my connecting train by 30 seconds.
Oh, that's annoying.
It cost me an hour extra. So in total, I was 90 minutes delayed. Guess how much I got paid back?
How much?
£5.
£5?
I missed 2 trains, and...
It's not even the cost of a ticket.
No, it's abysmal.
So he was out drinking the night before.
Apparently it's 6:23 p.m. in Victoria, Australia, and it's dark.
So he was drinking the night before, and yet he wasn't breathalyzed because that alcohol, if he was drinking heavily, would definitely still be in his system. And if he was driving a car, he would have been stopped, and he would have had to have points in his license.
Yeah, but they're train drivers.
So apparently something that's faster than a car needs less security around the drinking business.
Scam. Yeah, it was a scam. Yeah. It annoyed me, honestly. It cost me 1 whole hour extra. I was going from Nottingham to York, and I missed the connection train in Doncaster. Oh, was it? No, it wasn't Doncaster. Where were we? It could have been Doncaster too. By 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Probably would have got there sooner on a horse and carriage.
It takes a day to get to Kent. I need to probably get some tissues. You together?
Get me some too. Right, so 14 minutes left of the session. And most of them are in the pit lane right now. So Morbidelli is currently out on track, 8 tenths behind currently, the time of Marc Marquez, and it almost went on the curbs there. Now, seems to be going a relatively smooth run, though incredibly slow. So, he is currently on the soft front and soft rear, so it doesn't look like using the softs is a very stable compound going around this track. To finish that lap with 132.246, being 1.633 seconds behind. And it's... the softs just aren't working, despite everyone being on the softs almost. I just don't think they're working for this session.
No, I'm with you on that one, actually. It's not hot enough. Ground temperature is at 13 degrees, air temperature 17, so that's a chilly morning over there.
Yeah, it needs a medium.
Yeah.
Hold on, is it hotter here? Hold on.
14. Yeah.
15 now. We've got up one.
Oh, for God's sake.
What?
JT still says quick fit.
Oh, I think there might be rain on the way. Very slowly.
No car, says Michael. What, for the travel when I was on the train? No, because I was at Donington.
Yeah.
So and plus I was on holiday. And there's nowhere to park in York.
It's either walk or just walk.
Yeah. Plus my friend had her car, so there was no point
Yeah.
when I got there. So, so...
Ooh, a little bit on curbs there for Zarko.
So took a train. Like trains.
Apart from the Manfi conductor is
Yeah, that's
drunk.
it, yeah. Plus the 30-minute walk in and out of Donington Park kind of is a killer.
I would not have survived.
Move the bus stop closer. For the love of God. Just move it closer.
Why did they put it so far away?
I don't know. It's so bizarre. It's half an hour away from the entrance. Like, it's right next to the circuit, but it's at the top of Coppice. So you got to walk all the way down the back straight, through this, and then, oh, it's just so far away. Either that or move the entrance to Donington and move the paddock.
Should do both.
Well, the reason is, when they redid the bus stops all those years ago, they redid it because the entrance that you go into from the bus stop was supposed to become the new entrance to Donington, because that's where the new paddock and pit lane was supposed to be.
So they've abandoned that idea.
And didn't change the bus stop, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that was when Donington was supposed to change for Formula 1 in 2009. The pit straight would move to the back straight where the entrance is.
They should really move it.
Yeah. They moved to the bus stop, they didn't move the thing. I love this. For once, the stream's current bit rate at 5,301.80 is higher than the recommended bit rate. We recommend that you lower it. No. The PC is enjoying being able to flex its muscles a little bit.
The recommendation is hereby rejected.
I agree with what the councillor said, but considering the councillor dumb, I've acted not to do that. Still waiting to find out where this blog is for qualifying. It's not even appeared yet. How long's left? 10 minutes. Just a reminder that we've also got the World Endurance Championship live today, a cross between the JB Motorsports team and the Radio Le Mans. So myself and Omi will be taking the commentary. JT will be hanging around. The British Touring Car Championship coverage has started as well. And a reminder that all of the MotoGP sessions this weekend are live on JB Motorsports 2 and JB Motorsports Twitch, alongside premieres on the main JB Motorsports YouTube channel after the fact. That's just because it's the month of May and we don't want MotoGP on the main channel to spoil our coverage of Indy 500. And if you've been a long-time viewer here on JB Motorsports, you'll understand why.
I am currently watching all the riders and how they go out of the pit lane.
Yeah.
I've noticed that Mark always seems to put his hand on his, like, the chin of his helmet, thinking, what I'd like to think is, how do I beat Alex today? Bagnaia always goes out just like, I've got to beat Mark. And Quartararo's just like, yay!
It's like, playtime.
Yeah. It's hilarious. Because they always do the same thing.
I can confirm, Michael, that nothing's actually changed on my side for the focus. It's all staying bang on. There's no drop frames, nothing flashing red. So
It might be Wi-Fi.
yeah, I'm hoping, best thing that it's your side issue, because
I'm hoping your Wi-Fi improves.
yes, because we increased the bit rate and everything's fine.
'Cause I get that all the time. I still don't know why my room doesn't get Wi-Fi. Like, why? Everywhere else in the house. I had to submit my last assignment just sitting on the stairs.
In front of
The bathroom.
which had the open door in front of
The fan.
the toilet.
Yeah. I mean, it's weirdly got the best. It's really got the best Wi-Fi
Not
in the
when
house.
you're in the bathroom, it's not.
Thing is, I had to put my laptop like right in front of, the walkway to actually get to it. It's really got the best Wi-Fi.
Anybody who has ever used their phone in the bath will know that it's not the best place for Wi-Fi because of all the tiles.
And yet, I always successfully get Wi-Fi in there. But my room, no. It only allows my phone. Don't get it.
MotoGP is more important, but the only reason that MotoGP is on the second channel this weekend only is because MotoGP does generate a lot of revenue and it generates a lot of views, yes, but the Indy 500, you're live for 2 weeks every single day with 6 hours with a lot more ad revenue.
We're not risking it.
So in terms of what MotoGP brings in, which is about £15 a weekend we do it,
Yeah.
MotoGP brings in £150 per Indy 500. Last year it was over 200.
Huh?
Yeah. So yeah, that's why. As bike change from Maverick Vinales, just in case it rains.
That was a very good bike swap. I saw him practicing yesterday.
Ah, there you go. Look, 4G. That might be an issue because it happens to me sometimes.
Do you know what I find annoying? When, okay, your normal Wi-Fi isn't working, so you go into 4G, and then for some reason it goes onto Edge. So it's like, I'm sorry, is any Wi-Fi working? This is meant to be my data.
Where is it? There we go. There's your best lap times out of the session so far. Mark's on a 1 minute 30.612. Bagnaia 130.748. Alex Marquez 130.750. Fermin Aldeguer 131.046. Quartararo 131.048. Morbidelli 131.084. And if I read the whole lot, it'll take ages, but I'll leave that on for a minute so that you can take a look at the best times and then we'll switch back to sector times.
Why does 4G go?
Say again?
I'm still complaining about 4G and the fact that it goes onto Edge.
Yeah.
I don't even know what Edge is.
It was the original 2G.
Yeah, well, it's rubbish.
Well, we need to upgrade our phones.
No, I like my phone. I go attached.
You, until a couple of years ago, started an iPhone 6.
Yes.
And to be fair, if I swap my phone, I could then use this one as the earpiece pack.
Yeah.
Plus, it works as webcam.
I have a lot of attachment to my phone case as well, which is weird because the person on my phone case isn't even my favourite character. It's only my favourite character of the new saga.
Yes. Darth?
Darth. Or, when you think of like Clone Wars, my favourite character tends to be Bo-Katan.
I love this.
Overall,
I'll swap it back now that Will's read the times, but Will says, best lap, please. I'll put that up. And then Kunal says, sector times, please. I was like, one at a time, please.
You both get, but eventually. I generally do think.
Somebody asks, I do. It's simple as.
Chocolate?
No.
No. Yeah, I think.
KR Bills in the middle.
I think my favourite character is Bo-Katan. I love Bo. I should find a Bo phone case.
To be fair, that made me chuckle at, so thank you. Thanks to Will and Canal as well for making me chuckle this morning. Quartarara's got the fastest middle sector, a 20.708. He's currently fastest. Here goes Petro Acosta over the line. And it's 6th fastest, a 130.957. For him on the Deltas. Getting a little bit better. Vinales goes up to 7th, 131.034. Marini entering the pit lane, and Quartararo is still looking stronger and stronger.
They don't have a Bo-Katan phone case, but they have a Clone Wars one. The final season, which is honestly good. It's as good.
Quartararo goes to... Do you know what I found out?
What?
I can't... You know that double-handed... the thing we use? We can't use it because of that now. The phone case is too big.
Well, lucky it is, given what you did this morning.
Wookie.
What?
Wookie it is.
Good luck it is.
Oh, yeah. My phone fell in my back pocket and bounced on the stairs.
This is why I do not put my phone in my back pocket. Because I don't trust one.
Speed's on there. Speed's on there, Will. Speed is in the kilometres an hour. Next to top speed, lap number, kilometre speed. That's your speed. That's the only one we get. So it is there. Last lap time is not important. Speed 2. It's a combination of people wanted the sector times plus the last lap time, and the timing screen isn't big enough to do both. I suppose I could.
This is interesting. They need more Bo-Katan merch. Yellow flag, sector 2. Who is it?
It's gone green. It's gone green.
It was Morbidelli.
I'd love to know actually. While you've got to it, it's Morbidelli crashed again. Don't forget, we will be changing streams for qualifying, but you'll automatically be redirected if you watch on YouTube to the qualifying stream. If I got rid of the lap number in terms of last lap time and top speed lap number, if I got rid of that and then put the best lap time alongside the driver number, would that be better? Because then you get best lap time, you get the rider number, best lap time, the previous, the sectors, the last lap time, your top speed, and what tyres are on. Is that better for people?
Maybe.
I might do that. I might have a little fiddle around with that. There's Morbidelli coming through.
He does not look happy.
In fact, if you can do it, I'll do it now.
Right, so let's see the replay of Morbidelli crashing. So going around turn 7. Oh, just goes a bit too wide and then goes on the gravel. So nothing too serious there. So I can't understand why he's off his bike. Oh, that's why he's off his bike. As soon as he came off the gravel, his bike slipped.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, his bike slipped and then he fell onto the hard concrete.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Hope his arm is okay. And his leg. Oh, that was almost a drop there for Aldeguer when he was swapping over, because he did it kind of wrong for swapping over. He almost caught himself. Oh, and going on to the curve slightly round the exit of the final corner, and goes third with a 130.703. Bagnaia will be about to cross the line now. And does Bagnaia improve at all? No, Bagnaia doesn't.
Shedden's into the gravel trap at Druids, if you're watching the touring car coverage. That's been red flagged. I will adjust that ahead of warm-up tomorrow, and you lot at home can let me know how it is. See if that's any better. Okay, so it's Quartararo from Mark. Let's go through the full time, shall we? I'll put it on battle screen for you. It is Fabio Quartararo, Marc Marquez, Fernando Aldeguer, Pecco Bagnaia, Alex Marquez, Maverick Vinales, Pietro Costa, Franco Morbidelli, Johan Zarco, Luca Marini in top 10, Fabio Di Gianantonio, Juan Mir, Brad Binder, Marco Bezzecchi, Nea Bashini, Jack Miller, Alex Rins, Raul Fernandez, Takiki Nakagami, alongside then as well, where are we with Nakagami? Ayagura, Miguel Oliveira, and Lorenzo Salvadori. That's it then from Free Practice 2. Those of you watching on Twitch, you don't have to do anything. You can stay exactly where you are. Those of you on YouTube, you'll be automatically redirected to the qualifying stream live on JB Motorsports 2. If you're watching on YouTube as a premiere, you'll be redirected as well after this. It is Quartararo top. Now it's time for qualifying. We'll see you on the other side of this break.